Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to take you a class on a long journey throughout the human body. Let's begin with the skin. The skin is the largest organ of our body. It covers 85% of our body. The adult skin alone weighs 6 pounds. So skin has lots of weight. Our skin has some uses. And as all of you know, the skin is one of the 5 senses. The skin helps to regulate your body temperature by making you sweat. The skin also absorbs the sun's rays into vitamin D. Now I will teach you about skin. There are 3 layers of skin: the epidermis, the dermis and the hypodermis. The dermis is mostly made of skin cells. Every day more and more cells die and get replaced by new cells. These dead cells come to the top of our skin. So, see skin. And also epidermis has melanin. Do you know what is melanin? Melanin is a little bacteria. Not bacteria, I don't know that. But if your skin is very dark, see, my skin is very dark. That means I have more melanin. You might have lighter skin. That means you have less melanin. But that doesn't mean anything wrong with you. It's all fine. Melanin also protects you from UV rays. I will teach you that in another class. But now, let's see. Melanin has its limits. That's why when we go to the beach, our mom says us to put some sunscreen. So it is important, always bring your sunscreen. The next layer, the dermis, has the ends of the nerves and senses whatever we touch. For example, if we touch some very hot things, the nerves bring the message to the brain and the brain tells us to move away from it. The dermis also has some sweat glands. When we get hyperheated, these sweat glands produce water to the epidermis, regulating our body temperature. The next layer, the hypodermis, is the last layer of skin. That's where the nerves are connected. There is not much I can say about the hypodermis. So let's move on throughout the body. Beneath the skin, I said you earlier, the skin covers the muscles. I will teach you about muscles. Muscles help us move and we grow them when we exercise. So it is important to exercise daily. But exercising is not the one thing to keep our muscles healthy. We should get more protein, vitamins, minerals, and we should eat nutritious foods to also keep our muscles. Just lift a box with water. You can lift it easily. But now take out the water and put rocks inside it. Now you can't lift it. And so when you try to lift it, little damages occur in your muscles. But don't be scared. These damages are good. That's where the immune system comes in and repairs those damages. That's where the muscles are built. So it is important to build your muscles. You have more than 300 muscles in your whole body. It is surprising, but just your eyes have 200 muscles. How many muscles does your eyes have? 200. What does the muscles cover is the bones. And all the bones together forms a skeleton. The skeleton helps us to stay upright. Without the skeleton, we would just be a big blob. Now, there are many types of bones. The arm bones are the second longest bones. The first bone connected to our shoulder is the humerus. And next there are two bones which I will tell in a... There are two bones. The names I forgot, and they are connected to the humerus and the hand bone. Next comes the hand bone. The hand bone is our hand. Then comes the longest bones in our legs. There are three bones just like the arm, but they are much bigger, longer, stronger and heavier. Just like it, there is one single bone, very big bone, and then two bones, then your feet bone. Did you know that you have 26 bones in your feet? And you have 206 bones in total in all of your body. So how much muscles are there compared to the bones? Just 200 bones and more than 300 muscles. Very impressive. And the muscles help the bones to move. Just imagine, without muscles, you will not be able to move. The bones will not be able to move. With the help of your muscles and your bones, you are able to do various activities. But how do you move? How does everything happen in your body? How does your muscle move? How does your body work? That all comes in a small part, but it has very big responsibilities. It's called the brain. The brain has four parts: the cerebrum, the brainstem, and the abdomen. Not the abdomen, amygdala. So the brain is basically the boss of your body. It controls everything you do, including how you walk, you feel, and even your emotions, breathing, heart rate, everything it controls. Without your brain, you wouldn't even live, because you are not you without your brain. So the cerebrum, the biggest part of your brain, covers 85% of your brain. It is responsible for thinking and moving your muscles. The next part is the cerebellum. The cerebellum maintains your balance. Just imagine, without the cerebellum, when you cycle, you would fall everywhere. You wouldn't be able to walk. And babies can't walk when they are born. Why? Because this part, cerebellum, is not strong enough to support the manage. This cerebellum is not strong enough to have the balance of the baby. Next comes a small but a mighty force called the brainstem, which is connected to your spinal cord. This brainstem controls all the things that you don't control. But your brain controls it, but you don't control it. Can you stop your heartbeat? No. Can you stop digesting your food?
No.
No. But the brainstem can. The brainstem controls your heart rate, your digestive system, your respiratory system, everything it controls. The next part, the amygdala, something like that. I don't know the correct pronunciation, but let's just be on the word amygdala. The amygdala is a very, very small part. It can't even be a part. It's inside the cerebrum. It's so small, but it has big responsibilities than the full brain. It controls your emotions. Just imagine your mom doesn't buy you an ice cream. How do you feel? Disappointed, sad, or very lazy?
Angry.
Yeah. It controls your emotions and it also saves your memory. So without this amygdala, just study a homework and next in the exam you wouldn't write anything. You wouldn't even remember your own name. All that memory is stored in this very small part. How does this small part control all this? Well, it is God's gift. God can do anything. The next thing, well, I flown to the brain because there is a question, how does this muscle move? So I finished the brain and muscles, but I did not finish the bones. I was just early teaching you about the brain. So if I teach you the brain last, how will you know how these move, how you react? So I teach you that first. Now let's continue on the bones. In your chest, feel your chest. Your chest has like bones. That is called the rib cage, which protects your very vital organs like your heart, lungs, that all, etc. The rib cage is built with, I can show it to you. It is something built like this. See? This. Something built like that. I can't get the exact picture and draw it here. Just imagine your rib cage is like that.
Yeah.
And when I spoke about the brain, I told you that the brainstem is connected to your spinal cord. And the spinal cord is also a bone. And I will ask you another not related question, but it comes in our body. Have you seen all the animals have tails? Do we have?
No.
We are also living things, we don't. But some animals also don't. Like gorillas, chimpanzees. Because they are our relatives. We don't have a tail because we walk on 2 legs. But some animals that walk on 4 legs need a counterbalance. So they have a tail.
No, for what?
For counterbalance.
Counterbalance. Yeah.
Balance. They need balance.
Oh.
Or else they will fall on front side. So it's in balance.
For the history behind the tail, right?
Yeah. But some babies are born with some tail-like short tissue. But this is not a tail. It is an extra tissue, or it can even be considered as an extra twin. And when birth, doctors remove that part. But do you know what is left of our tails? In the spinal cord, the end of the spinal cord, just feel this behind, just in your hips. You can feel an end. That's your tailbone, the end of the spinal cord. Because monkeys were evolutionary for the evolution of humans, and monkeys had tails.
That is a Darwin theory, right?
Yeah. So when evolution goes on, the monkeys began to lose their tails, and eventually it came inside the body as the tailbone.
Oh, fantastic!
And there's another big, not a big bone. Just feel your head. Everywhere it is bones.
Bones, yeah.
And that bone is all fixed together like rock.
Oh.
It is called the skull. S-K-U-L-L.
Skull.
Skull. And I forgot to mention, your brain is the softest part of your body. And it's the most vital organ. So what if you get hit in your head? You get many times hit in your head. Sometimes you fall, sometimes when you play the ball went in your head. What would happen to your brain? That's where the skull comes. The skull is rock solid, as I mentioned before. It protects your brain. And for Halloween, sometimes they use the skeleton as a creepy thing. But don't be fooled by them. It's not their skeleton. It's just their outfit. And that's all for the bones. But it's not yet finished of the human body. What about how do we breathe? How do we digest food? That all comes into the organs. And the brain is also an organ which controls all other organs. So let's start with the respiratory system. And if you don't understand it, we can also say it's the breathing system. How do we breathe? How do we get oxygen and release carbon dioxide? It all starts from your nose or mouth. And when you inhale carbon dioxide and oxygen through your mouth or your nose. And when you inhale oxygen, it goes in your nose or mouth into your trachea, or as we basically call it as the windpipe. And the trachea goes all the way down to your lungs. They're one of the biggest organs inside your body, second to the skin, as I mentioned before. The lungs help in separating carbon dioxide and oxygen. And when it came into the lungs, that's where the heart comes in. The heart is part of the circulatory system. But the circulatory system and respiratory system is both related.
Yeah. The circulatory system and digestive system.
Not digestive, respiratory.
No. Okay. Now you are teaching respiratory system, right?
Yeah, but
digestive system and these systems we will see in the next classes. All right. Now you explain respiratory system fully.
Yeah, but the respiratory system is ended. But if this all carbon dioxide, and you all know that carbon dioxide is not very good for us and oxygen is, and these two chemicals are mixed, how will they separate? That's why I'm going into the circulatory system. I'm teaching the whole body in this video. That's why the circulatory system is related to the respiratory system. Without the circulatory system, how could you breathe? Yeah, you could breathe in, but what happens inside your body? You couldn't live. So the heart is the size of your fist. Just fold your fist. That's the size of your heart. The heart has 4 parts. Four chambers. The upper chambers are called the right and left articles. No. Articles. Arteries or something like that. I forgot it. Then the beneath the arteries or articles, something like that, I forgot it, is the right and left ventricles.
Ventricles, yes.
So it all begins in the right atrium, okay?
Yes.
It's atrium. Just now I remember. The right and left atrium. It all begins in the right atrium where deoxygenated blood is there. From the right atrium, it goes down a little valve. Then it comes in the right ventricle. From there is pumped out through the vein, through the lungs. And in the lungs, there's oxygen, as I mentioned before. And the blood mixes with the oxygen. And the lungs also have carbon dioxide, which you breathe out. This reverses the system. So it all comes back from the lungs, the oxygenated blood, through the arteries. Through the arteries, it goes to the left atrium. Then it goes down another valve to the left ventricle. And from the left ventricle, it shoots up to the rest of your body. And that's how your respiratory system and circulatory system works. Beneath the lungs is a small thin muscle called the diaphragm. It helps you in breathing and also separates your abdomen from your chest.
Abdomen.
The diaphragm also helps in your breathing. Yeah, some people can't live without your diaphragm, but they don't take it out.
No, without diaphragm we can live.
Yeah, but they don't take it out. And the mouth. And now I'll teach you about the mouth. First, when I teach you about the nose, the respiratory system, I said you that air goes in your mouth and your nose. You breathe it. So air goes inside your mouth. And when you're doing yoga and stuff, and when you're breathing, you breathe in your nose sometimes. Like that. And you can also breathe carbon dioxide from your mouth and your nose. Your mouth have teeth. The teeth that when you smile, the 4th teeth is used to, like slice, like take in your food when you eat. And then it's called canines. Canines are sharp, but not sharp as the animals. As you saw, lions, tigers, when you see them roaring, you can see the side, they have long, sharp teeth. That is the canines, and we also have canines. You can see here, See, this is the canine. And next comes a very strong teeth that crushes your foot, but not the strongest. And back of that strong teeth is the strongest teeth, which also helps you to crush food.
About these teeth we can see in digestive system class in the next classes. Okay, briefly.
So that's it for the teeth. And if and when you're like 35 years old or an adult, you get wisdom teeth. These are not useful for us, but the early men needed them to chew their rough, like raw meat, and their jaws were bigger, but we don't need them. So when they extend, they cause pain. So dentists remove them. And sorry for the long teaching. Now let's quickly move on to the digestive system.
Digestive system we can see in next classes. Okay, next classes we can.
Okay.
Now respiratory system finished.
Yes.
Okay, next class we can see digestive system very detail, and we can.
Okay, that's all for the video today. And let's make this a series. This is part 1 of this video, our body. Make sure to see the part 2 of our body. That's all for today. Goodbye.